For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Well, welcome back to the Focus Show. My name is Paul Dingeman. Nice to see you. We've got two segments lined up talking about the Big Give, which is coming up in May, and also activities that are going on at St. Mary's St. Clair for a raffle they've got going and a big white elephant sale. Let's begin with Therese Hawkins, the executive director of the, I'll call you a big title, of the St. Clair Recreation Department,
yes.
And Mr. Bill Kaufman, the current president, excellent, of St. Clair Rotrary. Welcome both to you.
Thank you.
The Big Give,
Yes.
Klecha Park, they're all working together. What's it all about?
Yes. Well, the Big Give is sponsored by the St. Clair County Community Foundation. So it's open to any St. Clair County organization. I think they said they had over 60 organizations that are going to be participating. And we are participating as the city of St. Clair to benefit Klecha Park.
Okay.
So
I'm just brand new to town. What is Klecha Park?
Klecha Park is a neighborhood park on the south end of town. And it was our past site for our St. Clair Little League.
For years.
Which, and when Little League moved, it kind of lost its identity. It really wasn't a destination, and that's why a lot of new people say, where's Klecha Park?
Right.
Because it does have a playground, it has a ball field, but not much else. And our rec commission has been working on redesigning the park. So we are putting in a new splash pad. We're making improvements to the ball field. We have plans to put in new playground equipment, picnic pavilion.
Wow.
We're also making the park more accessible with parking and in-park pathway, and future plans to put in some pickleball courts.
Oh, really?
Too. So
if Sully will throw up that one picture of the, well, there's a big picture of the whole thing. That the picture up on the top left there, or top right, Sully, if you could throw that one up, that one right there.
Yes.
So there you've got
So
your
that
ballpark,
kind of identifies it, yeah.
and the little light blue is where the splash pad will go.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the number 7, that's a proposed
Pickleball courts.
Okay.
And there's the playground where the existing playground is, just replacing it because it's over 30 years old. And like I said, our Little League, we kept the Major League field, and we're going to do some improvements to the field. The splash pad is going in first, and the main reason for that is because Cargill came to us and they wanted to sponsor the splash pad, if I can say that right, and gave us a very generous donation.
Wow, that's wonderful.
So that's why we're breaking ground right now, and we plan to have it by Memorial Day or early June.
It'll be open?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
So that's what this Big Give is too. Just it's giving you an opportunity to donate to an organization or group that you would like to support. The main thing is it's a 24-hour crowdfunding. So every organization wants to get as much funds as they can within that 24 hours. And there's some matching funds that are provided. There's some bonus funds that are provided if you do that within that 24-hour period. And it's May 14th coming up.
Okay.
And there is maybe on one of the
Sully
slides,
will throw the next one up
website.
with the picture of the Big Give. There you go, Big Give.
Yep.
May 14th.
So
One Big Give Day for support of Klecha Park and other things, 24-hour days. Ironically, for the two of you sitting here, you're talking about the Little League Park, and then the Rotary, St. Clair Rotary, got extremely involved in the making of the new Little League Park.
Yeah.
Yes, we were. The club raised a significant amount of money in the community to support the creation of the park out on Fredmore Highway a number of years ago.
It's probably a Big Give project then, too.
I believe
Yeah.
it was, yes, yes.
The Imagination Station was a big give back in 2019 with the Rotary Club. We partnered with the Rotary Club, and that was the big give at that time. So it really helps out these projects and agencies. Ours is more of a project, so it's not like an annual give or supporting an annual program or activity. So our funds will be directly used for our project, and we want to use that so we can complete all our plans. So that's why timing is important.
May 14th is just around the corner, but
do it at the big give, because there's matching funds and there's bonus funds, and it just helps us reach our goal.
Okay. Bill, the St. Clair Rotary just finished its 100th year, and you are the 101st president. God, you look pretty good. Look pretty good for that age. Talk to me about St. Clair Rotary and the big give, and you've got some foundation ideas too.
Sure. Well, the Rotary Club this year, along with our 100th anniversary, decided we need to do some planning for the future, for the next 100 years. So one of the things that we did this year was we created an endowment fund, a permanent endowment fund. So all the money that goes into the fund, the interest off of that will be used to support local projects here in St. Clair. So some of the projects we've talked about, just mentioned, those kind of projects would be supported in the future through the endowment fund. We also are participating in the Big Give. The funds that the Rotary Club raises for the Big Give will be used to seed that endowment fund.
Okay.
And we've got some individuals in the community that are challenging us to raise a certain amount of money, and they will match it.
Good.
And just like Therese mentioned, if you give on that day, on May 14th, there are other opportunities to match those funds within the endowment fund, and then we will ensure that the interest that we live off of for the next 100 years plus, the club will invest back into the community. We support projects not only here in the city of St. Clair, but pretty much the whole East China School District. So, it could be a project in St. Clair Township or in China Township that we partner with them on as well.
And Rotary is part of an international group, so you do international things too.
Correct. We do get involved in a lot of global projects. In fact, we'll be talking about some global projects in the next couple of weeks. Most of those are in Central America. There is a project that we're talking about in Africa this year as well. Most all of those are economic development or they're water quality issues. In fact, two of them are help the people that live within those communities to have fresh water brought into their elementary schools, which the kids don't have access to.
Right.
So those are the kinds of projects we get involved with at a global scale.
One of the projects that she will be opening up soon is the St. Clair swimming pool, which numbers of years ago the Rotary was very instrumental in getting built.
Right.
And that
Very
was
much
not,
so.
they didn't have a thing called Big Give then.
No.
It was just hard work.
Yes.
Exactly.
Sweat and labor.
Yeah.
So
And the Rotary Club is involved with Klecha Park with a storybook walk that we're putting in. So that's part of the plans too. And for the spring, in addition to the splash pad, we're going to be putting in some of our street parking, so we have available parking, the in-park pathway, and hopefully the storybook walk.
Good.
All the signage for that too.
Okay.
So
We've had, the club
We're
has
really
always
involved.
had a really good relationship with the city and with Therese in particular.
Right.
There's a lot of projects that we've worked together on. And in fact, Therese has shared a laundry list of projects for the next probably 10 years that she and her Parks and Rec Commission would like to see undertaken in the city of St. Clair. And one way to make that happen is through the Big Give, is to support those kinds of projects.
May 14th, and more information is available at biggivescc.com, which is the St. Clair Community Foundation's website. But it's pretty easy. Just write a check and send it to St. Clair Community Foundation, but designate who you want it for.
yes, well, you can. It's the Big Give is a lot of online
Okay.
Right.
of the day of, but a lot of people are not comfortable with that, or they don't want to do that. So we could take a check now and give it. It could go, if you designate it for the Big Give, we can make sure that it gets there and is part of that project. So if somebody wants to write a check they can do that. You can also, if you have any type of investments and things like that, if you have to make those plans in advance, you can contact any of the agencies and do that. And we were going to try to encourage too, if a business wanted to do something the day of the big give, you come into their store or restaurant, they could do that. Or an organization, they can encourage their membership. You know, if they say, you know, members, if you can come up with $250, we'll match it with $250, and then it becomes a bigger give. You know, so there's all different types of ways you can give. But it's mainly on that day, it's online. But if you make arrangements, you can do a check, and like you said, designate it.
Been going around for over 10 years at least, maybe plus. Maybe
yeah, they don't do it every year, and I think it's been a number of years since we've run it here in St. Clair County.
Yeah.
But you know, it's something that does happen throughout the country around the same time of year, and what really benefits us is the matching dollars that are out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Have we missed anything?
No. Just
good seeing.
I didn't say the location of Klecha Park is on the corner of Gough and Palmer Street, so it's considered on the south side of the city, across the bridge. But if you go check it out, you'll see that we've moved some dirt around and we've excavated, and we're working on the splash pad.
Good. And I know that the Little League had indicated to me one time that that would be a special place for special matches or special games.
They said that maybe they'll do some throwback games so that the current Little League players can say they played on the same field as their parents or their grandparents or their great-grandparents.
Yeah.
So they could say, I played at Klecha Field. Maybe we need a shirt or something.
Yeah.
I played at Klecha Park.
That's great. All righty, well, good luck to both of you. It's May the 14th, and more information is available at a couple of places, stclairrec.com or the St. Clair Community Foundation website. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back and hear about a white elephant sale and how to win a Chevrolet in just a second. Well, it's the time of year when we've got some fun things going on, as we just heard from the Rotary Club and the St. Clair Rec. And joining us now is Deborah Majeski. Nice to see you. Welcome back.
Thank you,
to
Paul.
see you. You look great.
Thank you.
And you've got two major things going on for St. Mary's Catholic Operation Church in St. Clair, and we wanted to hear about them. One is a white elephant sale. Didn't it used to be a little later in the year?
Well, we now have added a second one. And that's
a second one.
Yes. And that is our spring white elephant sale.
Okay.
And then we also have a fall.
Okay. So people got confused with, in fact, the group that just left, because they thought the white elephant sale was only around
the festival time. In September, yes. So we've now added a second one.
That's a good idea. Well, it's successful.
It is. It truly is. And we'll also talk today about the 7th annual car raffle that we have going.
7th already.
Yes.
All right, so let's begin.
I'd like to start with St. Mary's itself, if I may.
Okay.
So St. Mary's is a beacon of faith in St. Clair, right? We're celebrating 175 years this year. 175 years, which is just totally amazing. And when you think about it, you know, if we're this beacon of faith in St. Clair, the church itself is so historical. And if you look on the map, it shows that it's historical. You walk into that church, what you see is such beautiful Stations of the Cross. You see statues. Then when you see the sanctuary and the reredos and all the beauty that's there for our Lord, it's breathtaking. And many people are coming now to get their weddings, of course, in St. Clair, and then, of course, coming to St. Mary's. But St. Mary's is so much more than just a structure, right? We have such a vibrant community where we've got so many groups now of people really wanting to be involved. We have a women's group, we have a men's group, we have a young ladies group that I've been doing now for 10 years. We have a choir. We just have so many different groups that now just have multiplied. That just shows the vibrance of our fellowship and our community. So with that, you know, we've kind of complemented it with fundraising, right? Fundraising for us is a way to give back to the community give a way to get the community involved with us. So we'll talk today about the White Elephant. We'll talk about the car raffle. We have also a golf outing that's coming up on September 20th, which we're super excited about.
September 20th?
At September 20th. That's going to be also at the Marysville Golf Course. And then we're also going to have our Fall Festival, which is the last weekend in September, right? And then we're going to be changing that one up a little bit this year.
Okay. Well, we'll have you back to tell us about that when we get a little closer.
Yes.
But let's begin with the White Elephant sale. When is it? Wow, is it? How is it? What is it?
So the White Elephant, it's a great opportunity for anybody in our community to be able to bring in little gently used items, right? And say, I'm not going to throw those out. I am going to bring and donate those. So this shows you here that we're going to be collecting from April 21st through May 10th. So we're going to be bringing those to the Gymnasium of St. Mary so people can drop those off. And then the sale itself begins May 16th through the 18th. Now on the 16th, we have people lined up down the street. Unbelievable. Orchard, I can't believe how many.
You get those bargains.
You get those bargains. But we do a $5 admission for the first couple of hours. And people are lined up hours before wanting to get in when you see the gymnasium just packed with all these treasures, right?
Right.
And so it really is a great way for the community to come in, donate their items, but then come shopping, and walk away with so much. So that to us is just a huge opportunity of
connecting.
There'll
be no tariffs on any of that stuff.
There will be no tariffs. Right, and we'll take credit cards too. So,
oh, really?
And then on Sunday, you're going to have, a $5 bag, $5 per bag. So it's going to be kind of like closing out the sale. Or if you can't get it in your bag, it's 50% off.
Oh, okay.
So what a great way to just spend that weekend, to do a little bit of shopping and giving back. And we're looking forward to it. So it's been very successful over the last few years.
And there's a woman by the name of Zobel.
Mary Zobel, absolutely.
Who is so responsible for making that thing work.
She's fabulous. Yeah, she just has all those perfect connections within the community, right? To get the volunteers to come in, because it's a huge lift.
Yeah.
Right, to take all the stuff that's been donated and work through it, stage it into those various areas of the gymnasium, on those tables, right? Wash some things if need be. And then, of course, what do you do with it all on that last day after the sale closes?
Yeah.
She has all these connections with organizations who come in and pick up our items that did
really?
not sell. Yes.
Oh, really?
So it's a great way to
these are
give
all
back.
new items then
Yes.
to the sale. They are not from last year's or the previous year's sale.
No, that's exactly it. They're all brand new. It's amazing how every year, every spring and fall, all new stuff comes in.
Wow.
And then on Monday, it's being all packed up, and then it's being donated out to other organizations around our community.
Wonderful.
So it's super. It's just a great way. But yeah, Mary Zobel has just been, a pillar for us.
Oh, yeah.
Right, with how she can organize and bring it all together.
And with a smile on her face.
Absolutely.
The key dates are the sale itself is the 16th through the 18th.
That's correct.
Of May.
Yes.
But in order to get stuff there, you've got April 21st through May the 10th.
Yeah, to drop it off.
And there are times, 10 in the morning, weekdays, 10 in the morning on Saturdays, for collection or drop off.
Yes.
But it's key to get your stuff there. Then they, as you say, they got to clean it, they got to market it, they got to do everything.
Yes.
So the sale itself is later, May the 16th through the 18th.
That's right. And we have a lot of items we're accepting.
Oh.
There's a few things there, of course, that we're not accepting, right? We're not taking clothing or shoes or boots or television, computers, printers, skis, or large entertainment centers. So there's a few things that we can't take. But boy, oh boy, when you see the pictures of what we did last year, it's just magnificent on how many people come forward, donate, give back, and then people just take that opportunity and buy.
Well, this is a previous year. We're going to look at some other pictures, but let's go now to the to the car. I'm interested in the car. How does that work?
This is, it's amazing. This is our 7th annual car raffle. So right now, this year, we're now giving the car away. Last year we did a lease. And so this year we partnered with La Fontaine.
They were really wonderful in the community.
Oh my gosh, they have been a huge partner. And so that Chevy dealership has come forward with giving us this 2025 Chevy Trucks. And this vehicle is going to be available in this car raffle, or $25,000.
Wow.
So how can you go wrong, right? There's only 1,000 tickets by license. All we were able to get was 1,000 tickets. And so the tickets are going for $100.
Well, that's not bad for an opportunity like that.
No, but
your odds are pretty good.
They're really good. But a person doesn't have to spend the full 100. If they want to partner with a couple other people, let's say get a family of 4, you each all put in $25, You still get a ticket. You can still split your winnings of $25,000 if you're the winner. But now, if we don't sell 500 tickets, it reverts to a 50-50.
Okay. But
So-
you probably got a pretty good chance with those odds to sell 1,000.
Absolutely. Oh, we're marketing, definitely, deep and wide. And I would probably suggest that people who want to take and purchase a ticket do it sooner than later, because I think the tickets we're going to sell out this year. We actually have 2 incentives too that we've added.
Okay.
We've added, if you buy your ticket by April 15th, you will get put into a drawing for a $100 gift card.
Oh, that's above and beyond winning the car.
That's right. And then there's going to be another one incentive by May 15th. If you have your tickets in, that you will then get in for a $50
Okay.
raffle. So how can you go wrong there, right? So, but we couldn't have done this without partnership, of course, with LaFontaine. The other people, though, in the community, yourself, right? For instance, having a partnership with you, it's the parishioners who are buying the tickets. It's the people who are buying tickets today. But there's all these. We have 17 different restaurants between Marine City, St Clair, and Marysville that are actually putting table tents up and putting flyers up. We have unbelievable number of restaurants that have flyers.
It's a lot of work.
It is, but we want to get the word out, right? We want people to have an opportunity to have a chance to purchase. Now we're showcasing the car too. So this year it's going to 11 different locations.
Oh, wonderful.
So you'll see going around town, and it's also going to Marysville.
Is it a white one like that?
It's a white one just like this in the picture, yes. And that's the car. So like Mondays you'll see it at Murphy's, and Tuesday you'll see it at LaCroix's, and you'll see it on the weekends at Neiman's, or you'll see it at the American Legion. It's going to be in the plaza. We have it out at Marysville Car Care. So we're moving it around just so people can see it as an opportunity.
Well, I was coming out of McDonald's the other day, buying a pop or something, and there was a car there on the other side of the parking lot, and it had a very unique green color to it. Mm-hmm. And I walked a little closer. It was a Trax. Oh. And I went, wow, I hadn't seen a track in a couple of years to pay attention to it.
Sure.
But it was the color caught my eye.
Yes.
But it's a nice looking vehicle.
You'll see it. Yeah, you'll see it out at Neiman's on the weekends. So we'll have it parked there. So if people want to, make it real easy, you just have to use the QR code that's on the flyer. There's no cost to you except paying for the ticket, and that's one easy way. The second would be going to our parish office.
Yep.
Or calling us at 810-329-2255.
Okay.
And then you can get tickets that way also.
175 years serving the community.
Yes.
That's just amazing.
It's totally amazing. And such a, and Father Michael, he is such a wonderful our pastor for us. He gives such great homilies that really build your faith. It holds you through the entire week until the next weekend that you're coming,
That's
right?
the way it should happen.
Yes. So we have masses at 4:30 on Saturday, and Sunday is going to be at 8:30 and 11:30. And we have mass during the week, and then we have, of course, confession at different times. So we really welcome the people to come see us.
It's a community.
It's a community. And Easter, we've got a lot going on during Easter, so we just want people to stop in and take a look. And
the website is probably St. Mary's St Clair?
Yes, it is, .com or .org. Either way you can get there.
Oh.
And Facebook, the same thing. It's going to be St. Mary's Catholic Church, St. Clair.
Okay.
And that's going to be the Facebook page.
Deborah Majeski, too bad you're not enthused.
First off, it's my opportunity here. I just retired, so giving back to the community is number one. But number two, I think it's the Holy Spirit is helping drive this energy and make all these connections.
You've got a lot of it.
Thank you.
A lot of energy. So.
I appreciate that.
Deborah, thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingeman. See you soon.